We're making an easy shrimp Creole, and we're gonna do it with meat, A.B. Now listen, if you guys been watching me for a while, you know what? You know, I've been putting out these videos. Listen, they simple to make. They very, very budget friendly. And listen, it should have expanded, you know, what we cook throughout the week, 2 week, 3 week. Right now, if you've been following me for a minute, you should be up to about 4 weeks of just some easy, simple recipes where if you live in that busy lifestyle, you can just come home, put these meals together, and they just, you know, work out fantastically, right? So, I'm not gonna over talk it. I'm finna get right into these ingredients so you guys can learn and just see how easy it is to make a shrimp Creole. And listen, when I tell you, listen, it's flavorful. It is what it is, folks. So let's get it. Hey, you know what? Right before we go over these ingredients, you guys are gonna see that I always put them out. If you've been following me for a while, you know I put everything out in like little bowls, right? I used to be that guy that would come out of the cabinet as I'm cooking and start looking for all the seasonings that I needed, you know what I mean? So listen, the bowls make it super easy. You got the recipe. All of us have our phones in our hand. We look at it, we measure out everything. You put them in them bowls, right? So then you put them and then you arrange them in the order as you're gonna need them. We already got that the video as a guide, so it makes it super easy, right? You know you're gonna need glass A, glass B, and glass C, you know, first. So you line them up that way, and as they're cooking, you're able to look at the video. You can see what, you know, what I'm showing you, and then you can look at yours, say, oh, okay, now it's time for me to put it. You know what, just super simple. Now that I said that, I just wanted to, like, that's for all my new people. And even the seasoned, you know, the seasoned vets. All right, we're gonna start, you know, with the ingredients, right? I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the Creole kit. Here it is right here, this is 1 teaspoon. Hey listen, you can go Creole or Cajun seasoning, but seeing how this is called shrimp Creole, we're gonna stay authentic and go with the Creole seasoning, right? And if you guys been following me, you know I like this because listen, it's got that low sodium, right? So it allows you to be able to add some salt if it needs it. And so then that transitions to this. Here it is, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. Again, I can add salt due to the low sodium intake, you know, right here. All right, now, I'm using Louisiana hot sauce. That's this right here. And then you saw me already talked about having them in bowls. It just makes it so much easier. Then we got that W sauce. Y'all know, I like to call it what it is. Hey, we just call it that. That way we don't chop up the name so bad. All right, this right here, this is cornstarch. And this is a tablespoon of cornstarch. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of water. And what we making, that's called a slurry. So we're gonna do that, we're gonna add that later. I'm not gonna pour no bowl or no water right now, but I just wanna show you guys the starch first. All right, then we got 3 stalks right here of celery. Notice how big, well this is really the way I like them, a little big like this, because after we start, you know, putting them in our butter and oil, we wanna get them to soften up a little bit and become a little bit translucent. But when they this thick right here, when they do that, they still got some integrity, you know, a little crunch to it. You guys can dice them how you want to, but I like mine just like you see them. All right, this is a bell pepper already diced. This was about the size. I just thought I'd show it like this, because I tell you, when I was in Texas, when I tell you what was large, when I come back here to California, large ain't the exact, you know, it ain't the same. So this is what we're looking at. This has already been diced completely. And then here, I got fire roasted tomatoes. Look, this is just 1 can of that. And don't forget, as you see that every time I pick up something, the name of the ingredient comes up along with the quantity. You can use several different things with this right here. As I just said right now, you see that I'm using, you know, fire roasted. You guys can use stewed tomatoes or whatever, but I like this right here. I like this taste of that fire roast. Hey, that's it right there. Then right here, we got, look, I got the top one. I gotta be careful. This is just that Hunt's, you know, tomato sauce. This right here, this and this. Woo! Just wait until you see. Then, you know, of course, you already seen I had salt, but I got salt again right here, just in case I need it. And I got some oil. Listen, this is extra virgin olive oil. I like to use that along with my 2 tablespoons of butter. You know what I mean? Even, you know, you can do either or. You can go extra virgin or you can go butter. I like to go butter and just a little splash of this, maybe like a teaspoon along with it. And then right here, I got 3 bay leaves. You can use 2. I like the taste. I like what this gives off, so I like to go 3. And these aren't that big, you know? I've had some that was like way bigger than I would use 2. Now you guys are getting a chance to see, you know what I mean? So either 2 or 3. And then for the star, here we go, folks. This is 1 pound, and I'm gonna show you the size right here. Hope you guys can see that. That's the size of them. They already been peeled and deveined. I take the tips off too. You know, the tails off. Some people elect to leave them on, but I don't. I don't want to like hold nothing back. I want to be able to just go ahead and eat it. Now you can, look, like I said, this is 1 pound. You can go to 1.5 pounds, all the way up to 2 pounds, if that's what you want. It'll be super shrimpy, but other than that, this is what we're working with. All right, and then today, I'm gonna be using my Dutch oven. And then right here, I got 3 garlic cloves right here. You can mince them if you want to, but for me, I'm just gonna crush them, peel them, and just insert them in there like that. So, trying to make it as simple as possible. Now, let's move over to the next step. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get this started. We're gonna start off on medium heat. Now we got that going. We just want to heat this pot up. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our butter, a splash of that extra virgin olive oil. And then we're gonna add our, our veggies and start sauteing those and getting those to cook down a little bit. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our butter. Start melting that. Get our olive oil. Just put a little bit in here. And then what you guys didn't see, I had this in the refrigerator because I had already diced these also. This is like a half of a large onion, this was a pretty big onion. You know what I mean? So you want to start adding your veggies. Celery. And now our bell peppers. Now once I get all of this coated, with the butter and olive oil on it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna quit stirring it and I'm gonna let it start cooking and doing its thing. But right now I'm just focused on making sure all of it has some of that buttery goodness on it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these, because look, when you're cooking, multitasking is what makes it super quick also. So got these going. I mean, I could have already crushed these already, but since I got these, working, now I'm gonna go ahead and peel and crush these. Okay, now look, this has been right at 5 minutes. I'm gonna stir it a little bit. So anywhere between 5 to 6 minutes, if you at 275 degrees, or if you got a medium heat, it should look like this right here, right? Now, next thing we finna do is, we getting ready to add, I've already smashed and opened them up. You can see they open. We just gonna drop these inside. You can peel them if you want to help, open them up just a little bit. We only gonna stir these around for about 1 minute. We just keep moving it around, let that release some of the flavors in here. We're not gonna burn it. We're just gonna keep working it back and forth. Now, that's been about a minute. Now, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna introduce our tomatoes. Here we go. Now we come in with our sauce. Now we come in with the chili powder and our salt. You can see right now we just build in flavor, right? Now we're getting ready to come with our Creole seasoning. Then we're gonna get our bay leaves. After you got everything stirred around, real good, trust me, you see these garlics? They're releasing a lot of flavor into this right here. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our bay leaves. I like to just let them get them submerged, make sure they get wet. Don't leave them on top. We leave them like that. We don't want them to break all the way up either. So we just leave them like that. Now we just want to let it come back to a simmer. You can see it starting to simmer right here. We're gonna put the lid on the top. And we're gonna let this go for about 20 minutes. Now, the timer just went off, it's been 20 minutes. So now what we wanna do is, I'm gonna take one of these bowls, and what we wanna do is we wanna just take out the bay leaves. You wanna leave everything else in there. Here's another. And there's one more in there. Now it's up to you guys. You guys can take them out. I'm gonna go ahead and take these garlic cloves out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just take them out. And then don't forget, I'm still looking for that other bay leaf. Now, we're done making that slurry. Listen, this is really thick enough the way it is right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. It depends on what you guys use, if it's has a little bit more liquid in it. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add this to it. Now we all know when you add that cornstarch slurry to it, it really starts to thicken up, right? So, after we got this incorporated, mixed in, Just cooking. We're still on medium high. Well, now I'm back to medium high. I just reduced it a little bit as I was looking for the bay leaves and taking out the garlic. But I can tell it, I can feel the resistance, you know, using this wooden spoon, and it's starting to, you know, thicken up. But you can see, look at that right there. That's what you're looking for. Right? So now, guess what? Now it's time for the shrimp. Now we're gonna add this shrimp. You know we're gonna add that W sauce. And as I'm mixing it, last but not least, it's gonna be that hot sauce. We're gonna get everything coated, all of the shrimp, right? We're gonna get everything down here on the bottom like this. Make sure it all has, that's what I was looking for. Now that we got them, you know, completely coated, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook it for about another 5 to 6 minutes and let these shrimp cook. I'm gonna go ahead and put this top on top, and I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Okay, my timer just went off. Look, it's been 5 minutes. We'll look at it together. There it is. And you guys can see, look at that. Shrimp, fully cooked. Man, this right here is gonna be outstanding. And you can serve this over rice. You can eat it by itself. I'm gonna tell you, listen, this over a bed of rice. Hey, obviously, you know, we gonna go with the white rice, but I've had this over brown rice. Whatever type of rice that I had at the time when I was making it, this is it right here. But look, I want you guys to notice, look at how thick it is. You know what I mean? I want you to look at that texture. Look, I'm just letting it fall off. You know what I mean? There. That right there, now it's up to you. If you want it to be a little bit more runny, you know, more on the liquid side, then that's fine. But to me, I like this little paste version right here. And I like the way, look, you can see. Oh yeah, these shrimp, that'll get it. Now, what I'm gonna do is, let's go ahead and get it plated up. Now, you know what, just doing something different with the presentation, you know what, just go ahead and put your rice off to one side, and then you're gonna put your shrimp Creole off to the other side. And then you wanna just be careful so that it doesn't drip onto your bowl. And if it does, just go ahead and take yourself a paper towel and just, you know, like wipe it up, clean it up, you know, so you can just nail that presentation. Tell me what you guys think. So I want you guys to tell me what you think. I think listen, the presentation on it, and I know you guys hear me lead a lot about the presentation, but to me, it goes hand in hand. Good looking food, you know what I mean, presented the right way, and the flavor just makes it out of sight. But so you guys can see, that's it. I elected to do it this way because I like the way this looks. So now I'm gonna take some of that parsley you guys saw me chop up, you know what I mean, and we just finna sprinkle a little bit on here like this. I'm gonna bring it like this so you guys can see, and there you go. That's shrimp Creole. Hey, let me go ahead and get me some. So tell me what you guys think about that one there. You know what, this one is another one of them super simple, you know, man, I don't even know how to even say it. When I say easy, it's extremely easy. It's easy on the dishes. It's easy on the budget. Hey, other than that, what else can I say? Hey, so check this out. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna ask me, they're gonna say, hey, can you substitute the shrimp for those that you guys that don't eat shrimp? Yes, you can use some chicken, right? I just suggest you get yourself a breast. You go ahead and cube it up. You know what I mean? Me, I would probably tenderize it. You know what I mean? Cut it down into strips, then turn it sideways and then cut them. Make sure you get some cubes. And listen, I would introduce mine about the last 10 minutes. So when we're doing the sauce, the last 10 minutes, I would probably put my chicken in there, let that simmer in there with it. And then I'll let that stay in there along with, you know, the shrimp for that last 5 minutes. So listen, it gets to cook in that hot simmering, you know, that sauce. And other than that, listen, it's super easy. Try it that way. And if you guys do it like that, and you do decide to use chicken, let me know down in the comment section below. Now, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say, hey, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And with that being said, you guys, you know what I'm finna say. I'm out of here. Peace.